Hey, check this out, Lucas.
Hmm?
Check it out. Uh, I got this Green Lantern ring that gives me the proportionate strength of a Ryan Reynolds CGI Green Lantern
Oh, that's
character.
crazy. You remember that big giant bobblehead guy from the movie?
Bobblehead guy?
Yeah.
From part of the core?
No, he was like the actual villain of the movie other than
Oh,
Parallax.
yeah. The fucking big brain guy.
Yeah.
He was fucking terrifying.
Hey guys, welcome to the Cosmic Panel where we're going to be doing weekly polls for July 12th. Elias, what do you have first?
All right, to kick it off, I have Web of Carnage #1. This is a sort of a one shot to take us into the next era of Carnage. Now that we're done with the lovely Carnage Reigns event, this covers featuring Carnage fighting Morlun, which I think would be a cool encounter with Carnage at the new level of power that he's at. Could he take on Morlun? And I think it's very possible that he could go toe to toe with him. But yeah, this is gonna kind of be a prequel to the Death of Venomverse, which I hope it's good, but I am not sure. But anyway, Ram V back on Carnage, so I have high hopes.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. At least he's back on. Also, I was going to say, I think Carnage easily sweeps Moreland. With the Spot's powers, Hydra Man's powers, and
Yeah,
a Fire Hellhound, like, plus the All Red. Like, this man's stacked. Like, he basically has all the cards. Like, I'm sorry, but the fact that he even lost to Miles and Iron Man. Well, that was Cletus. That wasn't even him. But either way, like, yeah, no. Moreland's a cakewalk.
now this is the real version that I care about.
Yeah, this is definitely the version that I think you and I both care about, and the story that we legitimately are very interested in. So I'm glad that Ram V's back.
Yeah, I got high hopes.
First up for me is Night Terror Zatanna #1. Night Terrors has started, and it started off pretty decent. Not all the tie-ins are great, but the Batman tie-in was really well done. The designs are really cool. The art is definitely holding the series up. I think the art is definitely the highest part of it. But I'm excited to see Zatanna get some spotlight. It's been forever since I've seen her get her own solo thing. She's always kind of just been always a background player or team player. So seeing her work with basically Robot Man to like protect Wonder Woman and Detective Chimp is really interesting. I'm really excited to see where this goes. And I always love reading her backwards magic. So that's always a little fun for me.
I thought it was really funny that it was like when she said no sleep and avoided falling asleep.
First Blood, yeah.
What was it? What did she say? On please or something? On peels. And I was like, wait, those are real words. And I was like, oh, wait, no, she's saying a spell.
Yeah, I just immediately always try to read everything she says backwards.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting moment. So I'm curious to see like how she was easily able to combat it with magic, you know?
I mean, she's easily one of the strongest magic users. She's slept on. She respects Zatanna. She legitimately is one of the most powerful threats.
Slept on.
Yeah, slept on. But yeah, no, she's so cool. I can't wait for her. Hopefully another Justice League Dark book or whenever she makes her live action appearance, because I'm sure that her abilities are going to be one, well, good luck to the actress that has to say everything backwards. And two, yeah, and they're going to have to train to do that too, because they're going to be like asked to like at signings to say shit backwards. Like,
They'll just fucking reverse her audio. She's not gonna do that.
no, but like in person though, like at cons and shit.
She'll be like, they reversed the audio. I didn't do that. There's no way she's gonna fucking practice that.
No, they're gonna have to. James Gunn's gonna hold a gun to her head.
Yeah.
You better get this right. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. Hopefully we get another Justice League Dark or something along those lines later on.
She fared much better than the characters in the Damian Wayne backup story.
Yeah, definitely significantly better. We trained for years for so fucking stupid.
I like that Batman tried to pump his body full of adrenaline. That was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that worked, and then immediately was like, nope. That was cool though. I like that. There's like no scientific way to beat it. Like you have to
Yeah.
legitimately like magically beat it, or just like.
But that transition was really smooth.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I will not sleep, and then you see it's the young version of himself, which I like that design too. Just the
blood in his hands and everything.
Bruce in
like
the suit, yeah.
No, it looks sick, and plus, like his fully formed Batman version was cool, where he looked like almost like a monster. That was sick. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Face. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, what's next for you?
Next up for me is going to be World's Finest Teen Titans #1. Very excited to see more of the World's Finest style for more characters. So Mark Waid is going to be writing this, which is very exciting. Unfortunately, I think Chris Samnee is a good artist for like this kind of throwback kind of book. I wish he was doing the interiors, but he's not. Emanuela Lupacchino is doing the interiors. I'm trying to see if I'm familiar with her or not. It looks like she's doing some okay. It looks like she's done a lot of Marvel stuff. So that'll be interesting. It's definitely like a very modern kind of clean art style. I'm just curious to see how it fits into this world that Mark Waid has built, you know.
I mean, she's done Young Justice. Apparently she did Young Justice in issue during the Wonder Comics thing that Brian Michael Bendis tried to do and failed at miserably.
Cool.
So let's see. I mean, she's been around for a minute at least, and so I trust Mark Waid.
Yeah.
That is really it.
But yeah, this World's Finest, series has been a lot of fun, a lot of good character inclusions, a lot of good arcs. So yeah, we got Robin, Wonder Girl, Kid Flash, Aqualad, Bumblebee, which is a fun inclusion, Speedy. So
I'm surprised to see Bumblebee, honestly.
Yeah, it's an interesting inclusion, but this is a fun lineup. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Who do you think is going to be the first villain for them?
I want some deep cuts. So
I kind of want Hive.
Ooh, yeah, that could be fun.
Like I feel like Hive could be really fun, like a neat callback to the TV show while also still like showing like the group, like Gizmo, Hive, and all of them.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a lot of fun.
Could be
Gizmo,
fun.
Yeah, Gizmo.
Yeah, no, Gizmo doesn't get enough love these days.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up for me is Miles Morales Spider-Man #8. I'm really excited to see where this goes because this is going to be the first time where Miles is going to be facing off against the Hobgoblin. I don't know which version of the Hobgoblin he's going to be facing off against since there's apparently 2 now. But should be interesting. I'm really excited. Been loving the art. The art definitely has been carrying this book. Federico Vincentini has been absolutely killing it. Definitely by far. So I'm excited. Always love Hobgoblin. He's one of those. I think, honestly, hot take, think Hobgoblin has a better design than Green Goblin.
Design, I'd say yes.
I think he has a better design. He just looks way more menacing, in my opinion, than Green Goblin. Plus, I love the orange. The orange just looks very like unsettling in comparison to the green and purple. But yeah, no, I'm excited. We have so many versions of Hobgoblin, so I'm wondering which one they're going to choose. And this will be the first time that Miles has faced a goblin in this Earth. I have to specify that. 616 Earth. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, nice homage cover here. Classic cover referenced here. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how they put them at odds. Next up for me, what do I got here? I got Unstoppable Doom Patrol #4. This series has been a blast. It got extended an issue?
Maybe turned into an ongoing?
If it does well, hopefully.
Please turn into an ongoing.
It was supposed to be 6, right?
That's what it originally said.
Yeah, it did. Okay, so looks like it got extended by 7th issue, so that's cool. Nice.
Hopefully he keeps pushing it so that we can keep getting more.
Keep buying it, guys.
Please do.
This issue is going to focus on the Doom Patrol's therapist, Dr. Cinco. So that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get a deeper look into, some of the new characters' psyches. So Beast Girl and Degenerate. Definitely need some more time with them.
Yeah, I haven't really been... I feel like I haven't really gotten to know them yet, especially Beast Girl. Like, we got a little bit of her in issue 1, but I need some more time to really get... She's basically trying to fill in the Beast Boy slot on Doom Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
And so
but also define herself, from Beast Boy too.
Exactly. So I need something. I need to know more about her so that I can feel connected. Degenerate, I'm kind of fine if he kind of plays in the back, because I feel like the first issue gave us a lot for him, I think, personally.
But I would also say that, he's very standoffish, so he's very reluctant to open up, so hopefully this issue does open him up a little bit. Because, that is sort of the point of his character, but I also want some development past that, so...
Also, this cover looks insane.
Yeah,
so Doom Patrol yet again going off with covers.
Yep.
But on top of that, I also wanted to say, apparently she channels fifth dimensional entities, so Mr. Mixolydic esque entities. So that should be very interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, what did you think of last issue? I'm just curious. We never really got to talk about it, but
the Starro individual. Yeah. I honestly thought that was genius.
Yeah.
Very unique idea, never done before with Starro. So yeah, I really dug it. And again, just like with the first issue in Gotham, they're just making a point of like, hey, these are our people and we're going to protect them no matter, who stands against us. So it was pretty cool. Really enjoyed it.
Very X-Men-esque, and I kind of love it because honestly, that's kind of fits for Doom Patrol. I mean, style-wise, like very much like they build a family, they build a school or whatever, and then they go from there. Like it's a hodgepodge. It's always been a hodgepodge of characters that don't really fit together, that they make fit together because they work together and they eventually learn to cooperate with each other.
Exactly.
So yeah,
what was his name?
For the next issue.
Starbro.
Yeah, Starbro.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so funny.
Love it.
Next up for me is Loki number 2. I really enjoyed Loki number 1. I really, really enjoyed it. A lot of mythology, a lot of deep cuts on mythology. But on top of that, Dan Waters has a great handle on Loki's voice. I love how much how witty he is in every issue. I love how Loki seems always at the top of his game, always aware of everything around him. I love that little moment where he tricked all the giants into like fleeing into the library and start reading shit because he didn't want any more trouble from them. He was just like, yeah, I put a curse on it. And it's like, at the end, he's like, man, those guys are gullible. It's just so funny. And like the fact that he was like teaching them how to read, and that's the reason why this whole thing started. Just very funny to me. I've been enjoying it. It's very fun. It feels like, honestly, the closest to an actual spiritual successor to Ewing's run, at least so far. And I love how they're just fully keeping with the God of Storytelling thing. The only thing I would love to see more than anything is maybe some Donald Blake. That would be sick. I would love to see Donald Blake finally get some attention, because last we saw him, he got carnageized, venomized, whatever the fuck, however you want to say it.
Right.
And he was last time in the pit with the snake still dripping poison on him, and he was the new God of Lies. So I would love if like maybe pieces of the ship break him free, and he starts going on a rampage, and Loki needs to fix this before Thor finds out. Like, that would be cool.
That is definitely a storyline that didn't get followed up on from Kate's run, obviously. So that would be nice to get some follow up on at some point. Because yeah, first it was just a snake dropping poison in his eyes, and then it was like the symbiote falling through the cracks and also dropping onto him. So man is just getting the worst treatment down there.
Man's getting all the shit just splattered on him.
Yeah.
Man's next is gonna just be waterboarded for the next millennia. Poor Donald Blake, man. I
We had a
legitimately feel bad.
flood.
Yeah, he's just
Thor spilled his bathwater.
Oh no, there's a leak to the unlimited water bridge.
There's an Asgardian pipe burst.
He's just fucking drowning. He's like, please help me.
Poor guy.
Yeah, no, seriously. But yeah, no, I would love a follow up on that. I think Donald Blake would be a great adversary to Loki. I think that would be like the most interesting person for him to be against as a foe, because Loki doesn't really have any personal enemies, at least not anymore since he switched sides. And so to give Donald Blake that that identity would be really fun, I think. If they don't do it, then they suck. No. Either way, I'm sure Dan Waters has got this. I was really reassured with the first issue.
If I'm not mistaken, this is only a 4-issue mini, right?
Oh, is it?
Pretty
If
sure
so,
it's only
then,
4.
Then I'm honestly down for that. Oh, apparently Bullseye's in the 4th. Oh, why did I look ahead?
Well, just because we wanted to know how many. But they're keeping it brief is my point.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like that. Don't drag out the story any longer than it needs to be.
Yeah. But hopefully we'll get a Donald Blake mini soon.
Something along those lines. Like Loki and Donald Blake would be an interesting, or even like a buddy cop like relationship between them.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's like, where like Donald Blake is like the god of lies and he's the god of storytelling, and like, let's say he puts a curse on Donald Blake, like he can only tell lies because he's the god of lies now. Like he's like, I love you, and it's like
That could be
like,
interesting. Actually,
you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah. Lucas pitches another series that Marvel will later steal and credit with a different writer.
Yeah.
Part 256.
All right, next up for me, really been enjoying this series. I have Spirit World number 3. Issue 2 ended with something spilling over from the sort of limbo realm into the spirit world. So now everyone's together, which is cool. So Xanth and John have, come to the spirit world to hopefully rescue Batgirl and our 2 other supporting characters. But yeah, the art's been fantastic for this book. Great supernatural creature design and stuff like that, pulling from Chinese mythology. And yeah, just really been enjoying this book. I'm very impressed with it out of all the recent AAPI We Are Legends, I should say, umbrella that they've created.
Yeah, no, it's definitely by far, in my opinion, the best. I really enjoyed it. The art is so good. Plus, Xanth's power is so interesting. Like the idea that they have to make it out of paper. But yeah, and then also the redesigns for certain characters, like Cass's redesign in the spirit world is so cool. Like I would love to see someone cosplay as that, or that to be her permanent costume. That would even be sick. But yeah, no, this book has been surprisingly good. It doesn't say it's a limited at all, and it's written by Alyssa Wong also. I forgot to point that out. Alyssa Wong is writing it, which great balance. The fact that she can handle a series like Deadpool and this is just more credit to her. Such a phenomenal writer.
She's been killing it for sure.
Yeah, but I'm apparently, as far as we can see, this is an ongoing.
I hope so, because I was a little confused because supposedly this is running during the summer months. Well, yeah, I mean, it's July, so that is a bit weird. But I've been enjoying the book, so I'm not complaining.
Also, I'm not going to lie, I feel like this might be the reason why she gave Xanth a giant sword, is just to be a little jab at Marvel for not keeping the Swordmaster Iron Fist thing.
Not continuing it.
Fine, you don't want my sword-based character? Fine, I'll take them somewhere else. So yeah, no, I'm definitely liking this. Next up for me is Immortal X-Men number 13. Last issue was fucking crazy. Lot of like crazy twists. You can see a lot of shit building up. Colossus stuff is really hitting the fan. The fact that no one has still yet realized that Colossus is possessed, or not possessed, but being controlled by his older brother is concerning. Concerning. Especially after this, people are going to reassess, like, how much do they know each other? I feel like that's going to be a major question after this, but yeah, they were real lucky to get Storm last second, because if not, that could have been really bad. But on top of that, this issue is going to be focusing on Doug, who last we saw lost Warlock, and so now he's missing his other half of his soul partner. So I'm definitely interested to check on him. It's been forever. He's the only one that can talk to Krakoa. What?
We're in serious need of some time with Doug, for sure.
Yeah, and Doug has kind of been playing chess behind the scene, letting out Sabretooth and the rest of or not letting out Sabretooth, but letting out the other outcasts that went after Sabretooth, letting out certain people that don't really deserve to be in the pit. I think this is going to get to the point where it's interesting questions where they're going to be wondering, hey, Doug, why have you been... I feel like that's going to be this is going to build up to, is like, why is Doug letting people out? How much does he agree with Krakoa in comparison to how much does he disagree? Because honestly, you can tell that he has some hesitations. He does. And I think it's very unique. Also, I love his relationship with his wife. His wife is hilarious. And she's always so fun. Do you know the story about his wife? So she was an Iraqi that they found at the sword. So she was actually his opponent in the war, and there was a prophecy that one of them would, like, a prophecy that, like, there would be a marriage during the thing, and so he just marries her. And he's super interested into her because she's literally the only person he can't understand, like, language wise. So to him, he's like, I can't understand. But it's vice versa for her. Like, her voice is like able to talk to anyone. So it's a really interesting dynamic where he's like, he has to pay attention more to her actions to understand her.
Interesting.
But it's a surprisingly wholesome relationship that works. But yeah, so I want more time with Doug. Doug is cool. I love his outfit. I love him. He's fun.
Most def.
And what's your top pick?
My top pick for this week, of course, falls on the lovely Danger Street number 7. Tom King and his 12-issue mystery/thriller has been treading along quite nicely. Last issue, we had the remaining green team or outsider member taking refuge, with people that he's clearly abandoned. The actual outsiders are kind of they were reluctant to take him back in, but they took him back in. So we're introduced to yet another more obscure group from the DC universe, and Warlord is in custody, and Starman has just woken up, and will hopefully have a cool talk with the kids, and hopefully explain himself a little bit. But yeah, everything's building very well. You can tell that King has a great plan for every issue, and he always keeps you wanting more at the end of each issue. It always ends like right before something is about to happen. So he knows how to format a comic, basically.
You always get so angry every time. Every time we're texting, you're just like, God damn it! It ended too early.
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's also a skill. With the comic
really
format,
is.
you got to keep people excited for the next book.
Plus, recently we also had we have to remember that the High Father basically agreed to sacrifice himself or hold up the sky. So pretty big moment now. High Father's off the table. So Orion better get his shit together and better find the corpse, because it's gonna be pretty dangerous soon.
Yeah, and we still got to find out why that's such an important part of the puzzle too.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's really weird. We need to find out. I'm excited though. I'm very excited. And my final pick is Moon Knight number 25. This series has been phenomenal. Been loving this. We're 25 issues into this book, and we're getting 92 pages. So this is a whopping $9.99, $10 book, but it's a hefty one. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. We've been getting a lot of hints to characters that from Moon Knight's past and newer characters. But yeah, this is going to be leading directly into his first ever event series, which should be fun. But yeah, no, Mark Spector is back at it again, trying to face off against biting off more than he can chew. Let's just say that. But yeah, no, I'm hyped. I love Moon Knight, and I can't wait to read more.
My employee discount's gonna come in handy on this one.
Definitely.
Big price ask, but I gotta pick it up.
No, it's
gonna be a bunch of other creators celebrating Moon Knight as well. Doug Mensch, that might be. Yeah, that's okay. So they're doing a classic story. It looks like maybe remastered, re-inked, or a little bit. Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz, and but yeah, there's going to be a few different artists, a few different creators on this one. So I'm curious to celebrate this this big moment for Moon Knight.
I'm trying to remember what happened last issue. I'm not gonna lie.
Basically, I forget the name of the villain, but he was trying to give Mark his ideal dream, and he just kept denying it. And then finally he revealed at the end that he was dying, and then he gave him the name, what was it, Black Spectre, of the villain that's after him.
Yeah, that was it. I love that like each personality had their own dream too.
So it was cool because Morpheus, that was his name. So Morpheus was trying to create the ideal dream for everyone in the building as he was dying, because it was cool actually. He was like, I've always used my powers for evil, but in my dying breaths, I wanted to try and make some people happy. So it was a pretty heartfelt moment, for that villain, for that character. And Mark was like pushing it away. He's like, I want things the way they are, because he's come so far, especially in this run, with his issues with like wanting to be alone, and no one bothering him. He's come a long way, building relationships more than usual, stuff like that. So yeah, I thought it was a cool issue.
He's finally gained everything that he's wanted, as a relationship with. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have a relationship with his kid. Just that was part of the dream. But he has a family now. Basically, the mission, the Midnight Mission, is now his place. He has Tigra now. He has finally peace with his personalities. He's finally who he has always wished he was, and he doesn't need Khonshu to. He's not looking for Khonshu's approval. And I think that's very key, is that he now knows that he is enough. And I think that's pretty interesting that like we're getting a recovery from a toxic relationship between a moon god and a fucking person with DID. Never thought I would say that, but yeah, no. So Jed MacKay has been killing it on Moon Knight. I hope he never leave the book. Please, Jed, never leave the book. Or at least like leave it when you hit 100 or 50. Like leave it after a good amount. I'm really happy. 2021, this run started, and I knew it was going to be good, and it has always just kept going up. Always been consistent. Every issue, I literally can't think of a single bad issue.
And Jed is just going ham at Marvel right now. I mean, Doctor Strange issues, like very very often. It feels like.
Yeah, every
And
2 weeks.
Avengers building some serious like universe building concepts. So yeah, he's going crazy, and I love it. Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, no, Jed, seriously, if you're somehow hearing this, keep it up. This has been awesome. Well, thank you guys anyway for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, support your local comic shop, and read comics. Until next week.